once again, colleagues, and those that are joining us from home. Once more, for the record, this is the Nedbank Cup final press conference. Final takes place on Saturday at the Moses Mabhida Stadium. Gates will be opening at 1100, or not 100 hours, 11 hours, so correct, 11 o'clock. There is a lot of entertainment that is going to be taking place there, so we encourage people to come in very early. The home side, of course, is Kaizer Chiefs, and today they are represented by Coach Cedric Kaze. And of course, next to him, we've got Coach Mandla Ncikazi from Orlando Pirates, the away side for this fixture, but also the defending champions of the Nedbank Cup. Coach Kaze, maybe just to open it up, if you can just take us into the Kaizer Chiefs camp, how are things going and what can we expect come Saturday?
Thank you very much, and thank you to everyone that is present. Looking at the numbers of journalists, we understand how important is the game on Saturday. The mood is very good. The mood is good. You know, it's a final that we haven't played for 6 years, and we know how important it is for the club, for the management, especially for the fans, and we know what we need to do on Saturday, but we are very confident, and we know that we're gonna play the defending champion, but the final is the final, and we are preparing ourselves to give our best and to have a good performance.
Thank you, Coach. Let's move on to Coach Ncikazi. Just your thoughts as well heading into the match. I know you had a fixture last night. Congratulations on the win. But you've got a big one come Saturday.
Good afternoon.
Coach, if you can just switch on the mic there. That one. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's a privilege again for our club to be involved in this competition. We know we're playing against a very good team, Kaizer Chiefs. The history of the two teams says they've played 23 times since the inception of this competition. We've won it 10 times, they've won 13 times. Currently, they've scored 14 goals. I think they are the top scorers, only conceded 2. So it's not going to be an easy match. But as usual, we will play this match to try and win and give it our best shot and create history by being the first club in the PSL era to win it 3 times consecutively.
Hey, you've done your homework, Coach. As always, let's take questions from the floor, or just by show of hands. I've identified my brother there from Sokala Duma.
Afternoon, Coach. This is Director Mandla, Coach Mandla. The last 4 cup finals that have taken place here in Durban have seen Orlando Pirates obviously come out on the winning side. What makes the city, and in particular Moses Mabhida, such a happy stomping ground for the Buccaneers?
I would love it to be a happy hunting ground. Sorry. I would love it to be a happy hunting ground, but the history says the last time the two teams competed in the cup final was 2014, 20 September. Kaizer Chiefs won the game. MTN, sorry to mention the different sponsors, but they were the last winners in Mabhida. I honestly don't think we have any advantage currently because the history says previously they were the winners when we met in Mabhida. We'll give it our best shot, but there's no history that we will rely on to try and win this match.
Thank you, Coach. We had a hand here. Smiso, I've noted you, my brother. All of you, you'll get a chance. You'll get a chance.
to both coaches, Simpsons from the independent media. My question is for Coach Kaze. Coach, your team comes into this final as the underdogs, just purely because you're playing the defending champions, as Coach Mandla has alluded to. But also, on top of that, Pirates has beaten Chiefs 5 times in a row now. What about your side you think gives you somewhat of a chance to be able to beat Pirates?
I'm very happy to come into this game as an underdog, we know what are our chances. We played them not long ago, and you know, as well, we feel that it's a privilege as well to play them 2 times in such a short period. But you know, final is a final, and I am very happy that all the pressure from this final is on Orlando Pirates' shoulders. Thank you.
Okay, it's a short lane. Let's go to your brother there from Kaze Radio.
Good afternoon, as Piwa Lema from Radio Kaze. Coach Kaze, what will be your approach going to this game, and what is needed to be done by Kaizer Chiefs to overcome Orlando Pirates?
I think that it has to be a different approach. It has to be a different approach. It's like a knockout game, but as well there is a trophy at the end of the 90 minutes plus extra times or penalties. It's simple. It's simple. You have to be efficient in the 2 different boxes, in your own boxes by defending well, and in your opponent box by scoring. It's true that those kind of games, when it's a final, it has a kind of pressure that sometimes takes some flavor out of like the beautiful game, because nobody wants to lose. But as I said, it's very simple. We need to be efficient in both boxes, defend well, and score when you have the opportunity to score.
Kuleo.
Good morning. Salam Krish, Ulazada from Coast, SNC. Krish, man, you worked with the coach Roberto for the last 2 years. I saw a video clip of the program Pirates, former player 80 who Ribeiro fixed his heart for Navazambe Pirates, the role that he played to them. Sample when I say Umutobo 7 what he has done to you for the last 3 years, message here with Pirates, it will always stay with you for the rest of your career. And also in terms of how special it is for you as someone from Kaizer and Ube Patiayo to find it.
Please allow me to make a small correction. We're not favorites. Being a favorite is very subjective. It depends on how you want to look at it. One, Chiefs were the last winners in a cup final that we played between both teams. Secondly, Chiefs are a well-rested team. If you look at how many games we have played 48 games, they have played 34 games. So we are 14 games more than what they've played, so they are a well-rested team. Coming into this week, we were playing yesterday. Chiefs had a whole week of preparation, so we don't want to fall into the fallacy of thinking we are favorites. We are not, but Kaizer Chiefs are. Coming into your question, Mkabate, Coach Ribeiro is a very unique individual. More than a coach, he goes further than that. Highly professional. takes the job very seriously. He is neither too happy nor too disappointed. Where there's too much expectation, there's always a disappointment. So it's easier for the players, whether we lose or we win, his approach is the same. And I always think that it helps the young players to perform without fear. Whether the result is good or bad, he is still the same. So one is professional, he prepares well, he analyzes games, he doesn't rely on analysts. The new trend in our teams, he goes himself so that he can create his game plan. So the day in our preparation is long. It's the profile of the opponents, it's the planning, it's the execution, the training sessions, it's the individual sessions, and it's the post-match. So it's quite a long spectrum of him as a person, allowing that to happen. And our club is a big institution where there's a lot of institutions and departments that must meet together, sports science, analysis, so that then the team performs and is at the end. So it's just a process that is led by him that has given what the club has achieved lately. Personally, in KZN, like any coach, it will always be good to win. And when you win in front of your own people.
Thank you, Coach. Ncikazi.
Good afternoon. Ncikazi Mandla from ANC. My question is to Coach Cedric. Coach, I would assume that when a team goes into a season, the aim is to win the league. Looking at the type of season Kaizer Chiefs has had, and don't think they're going to be able to win the league, but I mean, what would it mean for Kaizer Chiefs to actually lift this piece of silverware come Saturday? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. It's true that every team starts the season has purpose of winning a title. It's true that we haven't won a title this season, and which means that the one that is coming in front of us is very important. Very important in what we are trying to build, and as well we know the history of Kaizer Chiefs. We know how many years all those millions of fans have waited to lift a trophy. It's true that that comes with kind of pressure, but we believe it's a positive pressure for us to be able to just to the last stairs or the last steps to make the history happen. Everyone is including the management, the technical staff, the players. Everyone knows how important is the game on Saturday, and everyone is working very hard to try to end this season in a very good way.
Okay, we are taking last round of questions. Okay, Robin Duke, you already have the mic. Do I have another mic on this side? Yes. Okay, Robin Duke, you can go ahead.
Coach Kaze, you just talk about that everyone knows how much important this game to you guys, but how does the motivation factor comes in knowing that if you win this competition, you will qualify for the conference next season? And then Coach Mandla, how much you want to make it as a farewell to Coach Kaizer, having done so well? Is there driving within the players that yes, we came so close to the Champions League, it looked like the league is slipping away, just to make it as a perfect send-off for him, looking at the work that he has done at the club? Is that part of the drive within the players?
The good thing with these kind of games, you don't need extra motivation for the players, because everyone is very motivated. It's a final of the Nedbank. It's a derby that gives an extra motivation. Instead, you have a little bit you have to calm down a little bit the players to not be extra too motivated or too concentrated, because you need to keep a good balance for the player to get to be able to perform well. He needs to be mentally to play without fear, because if you are too motivated, then you obviously on the other side you feel that if I lose everything or the world is gonna crash, things like that, then you play with so much fear. That's not what we want. You need to calm down the players. They know it's a final. The team hasn't played the final since 2019. They play Orlando Pirates. It's a derby. We played them 1 week ago. We lost the game. Can we go into that game and salvage our season? All those are motivations that the players have, and actually our job this week has been even to tamper down the motivation for players to be able to think clearly about the plan of the game.
Let's go to Seleti. Sorry. Before we come to Coach Mandla.
One thing that assists our team to perform the way they are performing is that we try and analyze what happens inside the football field. We cut the frills of what happens outside the field. Hence we can play so many youngsters, because you just analyze profile opponents, you prepare for the next match, which is Kaizer Chiefs. You don't exaggerate the opponent, whether they are big or small. The league they play in, the log position. So we just profile the opponent. So to the players, it's not about the coach living or not living. It's the opponent that you are playing next, which is Kaizer Chiefs, and you give the instructions, you prepare the training session just for the match. So we don't enter in that space where what happens outside the field affects what will happen inside the field, if I'm making any sense.
You are coach. Let's go to Seleti.
Yes, Seleti from News of Africa. My first question is for you, Coach Mandla. In terms of planning, how difficult would you say it is to plan against a team that you've recently just faced? And also, how much change are you expecting from their game, and maybe just the approach of the team? And also to you, Coach, are we going to be seeing any players that have been injured that could potentially make a comeback for the final? Thank you.
Correctly pointing out, it's always not easy to prepare for an opponent that you've just played, especially when the result went into your favor, because you are tempted to go with the same strategy, and I can guarantee you that their preparation will be different based on the outcome. And Chiefs have got a lot of players, some players that are coming from injury, which is a possibility that they might use them, like my fellow coach has indicated. They might be tempted to change the strategy. It assists you to, one, you can preempt that this could be the possibility. But what becomes important is to focus on your own game, on your own strengths, that you're going to try and impose on the opponents. It's a cup final, like the coach has mentioned. There's no history. That is important. It's whether you win it or you lose it.
About the players, on this coming game, we're gonna only have Duba that is coming back from suspension, obviously, and as well minus Cross that is suspended from last game. Other than that, we will find out on the field.
Okay, let's go to Big Mike, Ruma FM.
Good afternoon, coaches. It's Big Mike from Ruma FM and Mandla Sports Website. Question to Coach Cedric. What will be your message, especially to the Kaizer supporters who will be coming to the stadium on Saturday known very well that some of them have been very frustrated with not so good results, and also you will be so much under pressure there. And secondly, how are you going to protect the likes of Shabalala, whom some of them they have that mentality, thinking that the reason why you lost that game against Pirates was because of mistakes that were made by the likes of Shabalala.
We understand very well the frustrations of the fans, and we share as well their frustration. But coming into this game, it's one I'm pretty sure that ladies would agree with me. It's you have been struggling 9 months of pregnancy, and now it's time to deliver. Everyone, all the family needs to show up on that day. Everyone in the family that loves that family needs to show up. That's the only advice that I will give to them. Concerning about Mdu Shabalala or the youngsters that we have, I don't believe, and I don't think that we lost the game against Pirates because of Mudu or any other player. We lost because we didn't do enough to win that game, all of us, from those who started until those who came on from the bench. And we have analyzed very well what we did good and what we didn't do so well this week. And we know, for example, how important Shabalala has been in this season, and especially in the beginning of the season, how instrumental the player was and how good he is. And we believe that it's in difficult moments that we need to be there for those young players, and as well we believe that they learn from whatever happened on the field going forward.
All right, Snetemba.
Nice, Coach Kaze, my question is to talking about that difficulty of carrying a baby for 9 months and then now deliver. It's an opportunity to change the whole situation. About your first season at Chiefs, where Coach Nabi has been emphasizing that you guys are still building, and maybe you can start competing next season or the following one. I want to ask about him, because you're working with him closely every day. How has he been dealing with all the difficulties that you guys have encountered in your first season, the pressure, the demand from fans for improvements and trophies, having to answer difficult questions from us as fans at times, the management, and everything like that? I think he complex.
I would say that I have been with Coach Nabi for almost 3 years. It's true that it's a difficult season that we have been facing because of the expectations that are not met yet. But he has a lot of experience. He's been in a lot of countries with a lot of teams. He understands the expectations. He understands as well the struggles that we are going through, which gives him the tools to prepare for the future. Sometimes maybe he doesn't understand the harsh judgment that he felt are too early to be made. But you know, in football we have learned, not only in South Africa, that the judgments are very quickly to come, and especially from outside people who have the privilege of commenting the results when the result is already there. But it's the job that he chose, and I've talked to him this morning, and he's pretty confident and very eager to be on the touchline on Saturday in a Nedbank final.
All right, the last question, Ezekiel.
Good afternoon, coaches. Ezekiel Mo from Ncikazi. Coach Cedric, what are some of the positives do you take from the last encounter against
Orlando Pirates, and also going to the final? What are some of the areas of concern are you willing to correct?
I would say that if I answer completely your question, I will be at some point revealing my planned game for Saturday, but I'm going to answer a part of it. What's the positive areas from last Saturday? It's our beginning of the game. We were competitor. We were winning 50-50 balls. We were on the front foot. We were pressing high. We were managing well the game, how to slow it down, how to speed it up, and we scored as well early. That helped as well. I'm gonna stop there before I say too much.
All right, I think to be continued. Okay, let's finish it here. Okay, I will give you last one, Sinto.
So thank you so much. Coach Mandla, we've seen the Orlando Pirates unleashing these youngsters in each and every game that you guys are playing. We've seen also, even the past Soweto Derby, these youngsters. How much of the work you guys as coaches maybe doing, especially with the development side of the team, is it a way to go now for Orlando Pirates? Because we've seen these youngsters from development coming in and make impact in the team as well. Is it the direction that the team is taking right now? Can we expect more of them come the Soweto or the final come Saturday?
I think it's just the process of the club. Currently, I'm not sure whether it's the direction that the club wants to keep, but I am very excited being a coach that comes from development structures. The approach that the club has adopted for me is very good, not only for Orlando Pirates, also for the country. If we play 6 DDC players, and you introduce a Selebi who just played his second game, but also the CAF experience that the players have gathered has helped the club to grow, has helped the team to take this direction. For me, it's the direction that all clubs should be taking, based on how the market of players has gone within the country, not having a very good, viable development structures. So one, if the structures are there, give the players the opportunity to play. Why have them? Why have the development structure if you are not going to give the youngsters the opportunity? But it's not only from the technical team, it's just a long process within the club of going this route, and I think it's a very positive one.
Thank you very much. On that note,